Hello and welcome to episode 101 of 15K plus random movie reviews, the podcast where we take a random movie from Metacritic's movie list usually, but this time it's from our listener Andrew's list. This is Colin.
This is Niall.
This was random movie number 1 from Andrew's list, and it was Robocop from 1987. Metascore of 7.0 and user score of 8.3. Duration of 102 minutes, directed by Paul Verhoeven, budget of 13.7 million and a box office of 53.4 million, which I'm guessing helped them choose the options for doing 2 and 3. I don't remember 2 and 3. I don't remember.
Ever try to remember 2 and 3 because.
But everybody's in it, right? Everybody's.
Weller's not in 3, I don't think.
Oh.
Because
Lewis.
Yeah. I don't know about Lewis, but the original Mr. Robocop is not in 3 because he read the script, I think. And no.
No thanks.
And 2 was a cluster F anyway, so I think he was done with the project.
There could have been a bit of scope here for a lot of good movies.
Absolutely. But I think they lost the director after the first one, and I think a lot of the creative juices that were required for this movie and the layered approach to it were all in his noggin. Without him, it lost its way. It's not just a simple action flick, this movie. And the scripts of the other 2 movies, I can barely remember the third movie. It's garbage. And the second movie, the plot is just flat.
This movie is okay. It's entertaining. It's not going to spin the world in the opposite direction or anything.
No.
But I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I liked it. I like it's an action flick, but it's also a commentary on society at that time and where Paul V thought it was going.
Yeah. Capitalistic, money-grabbing corporations and the future of technology.
He wasn't really wrong on the old capitalism.
No.
I was going to say that. I think shit didn't get better.
No. Actually, it's predicting the future, really.
Yeah, but the technology is all nonsense. That was completely wrong. But society, kind of.
Yeah. It's interesting that it did have 3 Oscar nominations. When you think of Robocop, you don't really think of Oscar nods. And it won.
No, it's a big metal guy running around shooting people. That doesn't scream Oscar. Although the Oscar itself is a big metal guy, so maybe, there you go.
There you go. Well done. Yeah, so it had a nomination for Best Sound, nomination for Best Film Editing, and it won for Sound Effects Editing. I
will give it a nod for the sound, because there's certain parts of this I absolutely adore from an audio perspective. The sound of Mr. RC walking around the place. I love that. It's just simple. It sounds like a big chunk of metal hitting on the floor, which it is. And then the noise of Ed 209, specifically when he falls down the stairs.
Pig squealing. It's good. I read that the Ed 209's noises was like a jaguar and then a pig squealing and then some sort of machine or something.
Yeah, so. It's a weird choice. It's not what I would have done as a director, but I'm not a good director, I suppose, because it really works here in my head. It's kind of ridiculous, but it kind of lends to the ridiculous nature of the Ed 209. And the crappy animation of him, the stopgap animation, I kind of enjoy how crappy it is.
It's a good blast from the past, 87 vibes.
Yeah.
Like Jason and the Argonauts.
That's exactly what I was just about to say. It's exactly how it feels. It's like, 20 frames a minute type thing.
I miss that sort of vibe from movies where a stop motion animation bit is coming because the real people look like they're not even there.
Yeah.
So when Dick Jones introduces Ed 209, it doesn't look like he's even in the room, and then Ed 209 comes through the doors, and really it should be hitting the door frame and everything, but it just comes through because the animation is just in another layer.
Yes, it's the best they could do at the time, but I appreciate its camp nature almost. It really is quite very camp.
Yeah, I wonder what people like from younger than us would think about this, whether they would have that same affection for it or just go, that's shit.
quite possibly say it's just shit.
Yeah.
Kids nowadays would see that and go, "What? Why do you like this? This is rubbish."
Yeah,
Animation
why don't
pants.
you show your very young daughters that part of it for the tremendous
Where he's shooting
riddles?
some Peter once,
Man,
ripping him to pieces. Yeah,
that's crazy. That bit. It's really actually the violent scenes in this where there's a lot of shootouts where people just die, but then there's two scenes where it's just
where
graphic.
Murphy is having his limbs shot off with
Right.
shotguns. That and I read about that after watching it. That scene was 10 times worse. Apparently, they had
Yeah,
to
so
edit
I
the crap
heard.
out of it because they had a screening and people left basically to get sick. It was so bad. So that's super violent now. Yet it must have been way worse.
Yeah, well,
I
it
would
was
love to see the
pretty.
pre-edited version.
Yeah, I'm sure it's out there. Maybe you need to get the Blu-ray special.
No, I'm not spending
That's
that money.
it's on your Christmas list. Just tell your other half. The cast, Peter Weller, as we said, didn't really do much, but he directed a bunch of TV shows. Like when in later in his career, like a lot of like if you name an American TV show, he's directed one episode of something. Maybe RoboCop allowed him to do that.
Yeah, he did okay for himself afterwards, and he
Yeah.
did pop up every now and then. He had an interesting role in one of the Star Trek movies, the reboots.
I
Played
like.
a rogue captain.
I think there's 7 or 8 people who were in Star Trek. I know Kurtwood Smith that played Clarence Boddicker. He was the Star Trek 6. He was in Star Trek 6 as the Galactic President, so you can't get any better than that. Also the 70s show. So,
Yeah. I think Ronnie Cox may have popped up once or twice in it.
well, Ronnie Cox also was in Total Recall as well, and Deliverance and Beverly Hills Cop.
Well,
Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah.
Paul V was a fan of L. Ronnie Cox, and he was a fan of Michael Ironside. He actually wanted Michael Ironside to be Mr. Robocop, but he wouldn't
Right.
fit the suit, and he also wanted some weird edits about some sort of a harem or a bunch of girls hanging off Robocop at one scene.
Oh my God.
And Paul V was like, no,
No.
that's
Well,
not.
they also wanted our old buddy Arnie as well.
Yeah, it would have cost a fortune putting him in a suit.
Way too big.
Yeah, just paint him silver and let him run around the place.
Yeah. Your move, creep.
No, I
sorry.
think Paul
That's
Weller
terrible.
was the right choice here. He moved
Peter Weller.
very.
Paul Weller's a musician. What is that? I'm a learning man. Diddle doo.
Yeah. Maybe
No relation.
maybe he would have been good.
Yeah, with guitar. Robocop guitar, one man band with a bass drum on his back.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
Nancy Allen played Lewis, didn't really do much. Dan O'Hurley, he played the old man. Ronnie Cox, as we mentioned, played Dick Jones, and Kurtwood Smith played Clarence Boddicker.
I love Clarence in this.
Yeah, Clarence Boddicker's a good character, actually. He's actually really good, well acted as well.
Oh, he's to perfection. There's
Smith.
a couple of characters that are done to perfection. I love Bobby in it, the sniveling corporate middle management guy.
Morton.
No, how was his buddy? Those two lads, the two besties.
Oh, right. Yes.
I love him in it too, actually.
He doesn't really do much, does he?
He's
You say you get a lot of facial reactions from him.
Yeah.
I think was he the guy smiling when RoboCop shot him at the end? Dick Jones at the
Johnson.
end.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, kill him. Yeah, good
like,
killing. I love that. And that's all. He's only in it for like 30 seconds, but every scene he's in, I'm like, yes, you're a prick. Fantastic.
Yeah, so Morton is the dude who really, we can get into it anyway, but like the movie starts off with a lot of universe building, really. It's a dystopian, nightmarish future.
In 4 years' time, I think.
Oh,
4
really?
or 5 years' time. He gets killed in 2029. And he's
how did you know?
being rebuilt in 2020, 2030. It pops up.
Does it?
It says Detroit 2029.
Yeah.
Pops up in the blue text.
Did not see it. Yeah, so it's I like sort of maybe 2 or 3 times through the movie it cuts to the news show and it has a couple of advertisements as well. And it just gives you that little slice of what the universe is like. It's grim, there's wars everywhere. There's nuclear war in South Africa happening. There's TV ads, and it kind of reminded me of Total Recall. There's a lot of ads.
It wasn't nuclear. It was neutron bombs they were dropping, which is
neutron bombs.
an interesting And then
And
the ads,
just,
the ads that pop up like with slogans like "And remember, we care."
yeah, and
Stuff
then
like
like
that.
just quirky stuff like, oh, the president went up to space and there was a gravity malfunction. It's like just stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
And then the
this is
TV shows, like the comedy show with the guy popping up, going in between two busty ladies, going, "I'd buy that for $1."
yeah,
It
that
it's a
pops up.
complete commentary on society and where Mr. V thought it was going.
I'd buy that for $1.
Brain dead, and people are just addicted to this TV show that's just doesn't mean
Garbage. And it
anything.
was the good guys and the bad guys were watching this nonsense.
Yeah, yeah, totally. A big sort of play on where 1987 was, I guess, in
Yeah.
society. It was Cold War, basically, 87, Russia versus America, and near the Berlin Wall nearly collapsing 2 years later, right? 89,
Christ, it was too, wasn't it? Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So,
Probably. History ain't my thing.
yeah. So anyway, we have this universe where everything is going to shit, and Detroit is more of a shithole than it is in real life, I guess.
They call it Old Detroit. That's why
Old
they have
Detroit.
a plan in OCP.
Yeah. So Murphy is transferred in as a normal cop. He's not Robocop right now. He's just a normal cop.
He's got a nice shirt as well.
Murphy transferring in from Metro South.
Nice precinct.
Yeah, pretty good.
You work for a living down here, Murphy. Get your armor and suit up.
He's got a very nice shirt. He meets Lewis as well, and she obviously shows her sort of character by thumping
Beating the crap out of
thug.
some tug, yeah.
It's got a classic 80s thump noises too, like those sort of sharp.
Yeah.
I love those.
Fantastic.
I miss those. So we get an introduction to this sort of the evil corporation, Omni Consumer Products. OCP.
It's a great intro, isn't it, though?
Yeah. Well, you get everything in a boardroom, don't you? You get all
You
the
do.
dynamics. Who's sniveling? Who's not on board with the direction it's going? Which is Morton. He's got his own idea, and we've got Dick Jones, who's the old man's second in command, and he's sort of saying, "Listen, Detroit has a cancer, and we're gonna."
We've got
Here's
Kira
Ed 209.
Yeah.
Please welcome Ed 209.
Yeah, hey, everybody, I'm Ed.
Yeah, the future of law enforcement.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce you to the future of law enforcement. Ed 209.
Why don't
So
you
it's
just pick up
obviously-
that little gun there, buddy? Oh, okay. I dropped the gun. Why is he still pointing the gun at me?
Yeah,
It's a great scene. It's a freaking fantastic scene.
It's menacing. The bloody thing is menacing. It's even though the stop motion looks like crap.
It's still
menacing.
terrifying.
Yeah.
It's a big 2-armed gun monster that growls.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what it reminded me of, but I couldn't find a relation with another sort of character from any
It's only got
sci-fi.
one weakness.
It can't go downstairs, which is another commentary on just bullshit corporate solutions to stuff. Like the easiest thing, it just can't do.
Yes. I don't
Yeah.
I would say that the equivalent now, the analog of that now is corporations just going, how do we fix this problem? AI? Yeah,
AI.
that'll fix it.
Yeah, or we just release something that's not fully functioning, and we'll patch it when we earn our billions by the idiots who buy
Or
it
maybe
first.
don't patch it.
Or don't patch it.
Wait for version 2 to go out, which will be released unfinished 2.
Yeah. So this first display of the Ed 209 couldn't have gone any worse, because basically, as you said, they try to demonstrate how good it is, and they give a little
with the
gun
bugs.
to a hack at the boardroom, and he points the gun at the robot, and the robot just keeps on counting down. He goes, "Ah."
You have 20 seconds to comply. Puts the gun down. You
gun
now
down.
have 10 seconds to comply. Oh!
Yeah, and they're like
Franchise.
pushing him. They're pushing him back out of the firing line, back
yeah.
into his own firing line. I like that the old man's just basically went, "Dick, I'm very disappointed." It's like doesn't care about the guy that's
Of course
shredded.
not. Well, he's just thinking about how much money he's just wasted.
Yeah, but he is shredded by the
He's
bullets.
absolutely mincemeat. It's great.
It's like crazy. It's crazy how
Somebody
violent it
shouts,
is.
"Call a paramedic." Maybe
Too
a bit
late for
late.
that. A bit late for that. It's like
Fantastic.
somebody in the back going, "Fucking hell," as well.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So
This is Bob Morton's time to shine, though, isn't it?
Morton's. Yeah, I don't think his first name's Bob because is it?
Bobby Morton.
Oh, it is.
There's two Bobbies in this. One gets
God.
thrown out the back of a truck later on.
That's right. Yeah. Time to fly, Bobby.
Can you fly,
Can
Bobby?
you fly, Bobby? Yeah. So Morton finds his little area to zap in and go, "Hey, I've got Robocop. We just need a willing volunteer." Or
Yeah, what's he say? We've placed prime candidates around old Detroit based on risk factors. So they pick really good cops and stick them in really dangerous areas. Something I completely missed first time I watched this. But
True.
it's such a sinister thing to do. He'd already had it planned. I'm going to get some people killed in case I get a chance at this project.
he was well ahead of himself. He knew what to do. He knew what he was going to do. So he says, "Yeah, we just have to wait for some poor schmuck volunteers," which sort of alludes to
Somebody gets killed. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. We cut quite quickly into Murphy swirling the gun, and we have to mention that because it's a little
it's
thread.
Important. It's important.
Yeah. And they get the call out that there's a little van with certain people in it, and it's Boddicker again, because we did see Boddicker at the start on the news thing saying, "Hey, this guy killed 30 cops." so he's out and about. Yeah, so he's out and about. So they're on the back of the van and just getting chased by Lewis and Murphy, and
hanging out of the side of the car, guns akimbo. Daft scene.
80.
I kind of love it.
Yeah, it's like they lose the car and they go, "Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's to the side." Oh.
Fair enough.
And then there's a scene where the car is on the left hand side of the thing, and we've got the camera angle facing the front window of the van, and you see Boddicker aiming the shotgun past the driver.
Yes,
it's like, what the hell? Never shoots it, but it cuts away.
Yeah, it was a shame because it's not.
It would have fucked that guy up.
It's a shame. I would have liked to see that. Yeah. But anyway, they lose the cop because they throw poor Bobby. Because Murph, who's shooting guns akimbo from the side of the car, manages to wing poor Bobby's leg. And that's where you get that wonderful line.
It's a great line.
Can you fly, Bobby? Yoink.
Yoink. Loved it.
Yeah. So that stops the cops in their because they got a dead dude on their windscreen. What are you gonna do?
Can't. Yeah, it's bigger than a crushed bug.
Wipers don't get that off.
No. You can't press the little water nozzle thingy for that. So they have to. But they do follow them to the steel works.
Yeah. They catch up with them.
Mind if I zip this back up?
Yeah. Oops. Nope. Sorry, you'll have to wait like half an hour or something.
Yeah. So Lewis gets chucked off a thing.
Well, she makes distracted. A mistake. She's cornered a guy who's taking a whiz, and she has the gun on him. So she's like, "You're not going anywhere." And he looks down at his junk. And then she looks down at his junk, and he's like, "Ha! Doink,
doink." Yeah,
she's unconscious. For feck's sake, Lewis, I thought you were a badass.
Yeah, she messed up.
I
think that's 80s writing for females. That's just chauvinistic writing.
Completely. So it shows its age here.
Yeah. Anyway, we cut to Murphy going in, and he says his line that we
dead
need
or
to
alive,
mention.
You're coming with me.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me. To Emil, who's played by Paul McCrane, the guy from ER. One of the I think he was the head doctor in ER. And also we've got Ray Wise from Twin Peaks as well here.
So I never watched Twin Peaks.
I just know his face.
Yeah, okay.
He's the
guy
other
with the big smile, isn't he? Nash.
Yes, yeah, Nash. Yeah. Anyway, Murphy thinks he's got him, but he doesn't. He's surrounded. And I just like the way Boddicker asks something, and then Murphy goes, "Buddy, I think you're slime."
It's a crap line.
That is, but it's been a while since I heard somebody described as slime.
It fits this movie.
Yeah. Well, this is leading up to a very gruesome sort of killing of Murphy. And yeah, Boddicker's great.
His delivery and of the lines he has in the menace he exudes in this is just tasty.
Yeah, because he's putting the gun up and he's going beep 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 beep, and then he just shoots his hand off, and like that's very jarring. Like it's been
somebody give this man a hand.
Well, give the man a hand.
Yeah, it's super dark. It's kind of it's unpleasant. I suppose.
Overkill, no pun intended. But he steps back then, and then he just lets his goons fire away
goons.
at him.
Yeah,
like his arm explodes off.
Yep,
his right
That's
arm.
Nice. It was just fair enough because his right hand has already been shot off, so might as well take the arm off as well.
So get it all.
Do the job proper, lads.
Yeah. So he's shot in the head finally by Boddicker with the pistol.
Yeah, he said, "Enough fun, lads. Pop."
Somebody says, "Good night, sweet prince." Laughing guy, constantly laughing.
What's his face? Not because of Elon. No,
Elon Musk.
It was Elon Musk. Yes. No, it was the other guy with 4 letters in the name. He comes up later.
Yeah, I'll try to find it here. Anyway, is it not Johnson? I don't know. Anyway,
Emil.
No, Emil's ER dude.
Yeah.
No, the laughing guy was not.
It wasn't Emil. No. Okay. Sorry.
No. That's the guy that chucked Lewis off the.
Oh thing. Yes.
Yeah. Don't know his name.
The Todger guy.
The Todger guy. Let's call him Todger. All right. So this is very, very cool set of scenes coming up next. We have the operating table scene where it's extreme close-ups. That was a real crash team as well, so it's quite genuine what they're saying and what they're going through. Very much feels like it. There's POV of him looking up into the doctor's faces. He's just staring. It's very eerie. It's quite shocking. He flashbacks to his son watching TJ Laser, where he's swirling the gun. There's blood on his face, and they zap him. No dice, Chicago. No dice, Detroit.
Yeah.
Audio fades to black, and I think we've got about 10 seconds of blackness. I think they wanted 30 seconds, and Verhoeven went, no, people are going to leave the cinema.
He has a point.
Yeah, 30 seconds is a bit much. So I think there's 10 seconds of blackness, and I think it's really cool
nice
the way they just have it POV, buzzing, flickering, and it loads up the BIOS of his OS.
DOS version 1.0.
Exactly. I think that entire sequence is very cool.
It's fantastically delivered. And
and
the flicker of the TV style flicker as he's rebooted. Mwah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yep. It's starting to roll.
He's on.
What's the story?
We were able to save the left arm.
What? I thought we agreed on total body prosthesis. Now lose the arm, okay?
Jesus, Morton.
Can you understand what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. We're going to blank his memory anyway.
Well, I think we should lose the arm. What do you think, Johnson?
Well, he signed the release forms when he joined the force. He's legally dead. We can do pretty much what we want to.
Lose the arm.
Shut him down. Prep him for surgery.
And then there's a series of scenes where you're looking from his POV, and Morton's going, lose the arm.
I thought we agreed a total body prosthesis. He's legally dead, lose the arm.
Yeah. And there's a New Year's Eve party, and the lady gives him a kiss on his visor.
Yeah. Lovely.
And then it's finally his release from under
the unveiling,
plastic.
to pick the plastic off. Fantastic. All the clapping.
But isn't it great, though, when it's what he's walking past? We're seeing it from his POV, and there's a monitor on the left, and we just see him from the side walking on the monitor from the side view, and it's just like, oh, that's cool and weird.
It was really cool how they managed to do it. I guess they filmed it in advance, but it just works. It really does work well.
And we kind of get a little continuation of that. We don't really get a full reveal because he then goes in, they bring him to the police. We see him through frosted glass from the side, then we see from behind, and then we finally see him from the front.
What I love about that scene, when his old Sarge is giving out crap to the OCP lads who have barged in.
Yeah.
He's giving out stink, and then he hears, "Doof," and he's like,
Yeah.
the fuck?
I take my orders from...
What is this shit?
Everybody goes silent, and then you see the silhouette going past with that noise, just doof, doof. And it's so powerful. It's so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
And then I love as he's walked past into the back, all the cops run to have a look.
Right. And
That's what I'll do as well.
one of the goons is going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What's going on? So anyway, they're going through testing stuff with him, like his targeting, and they run through the 3 prime directives. Do you know what the 3 prime directives are?
Serve the public trust, protect innocent, uphold the law. Classified.
Directive 4 is classified, so you know that's just going to come up later on in the movie.
Oh yeah, big time.
What are your prime directives?
Serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law.
MacGuffin.
His main form of energy is baby food, unfortunately. He doesn't like it, though. I think he's very embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
Because later on he does it for target practice.
Not hungry. I don't know why he's got an Arnie voice now.
Yeah, you were doing the 3 directives as Arnie is like Conan doing his creed.
Yeah, it works for me. I actually think now maybe Arnie would have been good.
He would have been good. He definitely would have been. Arnie would be good at any action movie.
Especially playing a robot. He's got form.
Well, that's it. I think Verhoeven was saying that Terminator totally inspired this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because I think that's 84, I believe 84 was Terminator. And this one, yeah, I totally was impressed by Terminator. Verhoeven was. We have Firing Range, where he's got his famous big gun, which just does a bunch of blasts. Not just one; it's just a
yeah, 3-shot volley, and it's just ripping the targets to pieces.
But it's worth
arms
noting.
off, head.
It was kind of like how he died.
What happened to him? Yeah,
yeah. It's important to note that Lewis sees him swirling the gun at this point, and she goes,
And he sticks it into his... I loved how his leg is a holster.
Yeah, true.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. I totally... when I lived in Singapore, I went to this guy. He collected statues, and he had don't know what, maybe a third size bust of Robocop's head and shoulders. It was kind of cool. Anyway, just reminded me of this. Anyway, so he basically goes out, and we see a sort of montage of him doing Robocop.
There's a fantastic the music change here.
Robocop theme.
It's just great. It just kicks in heavy. And it sounds like somebody's whacking an anvil with a hammer.
I never heard that bit.
It's great. It's got punch to it, and it really fits the Metal Man motif.
A Metal Man. It's good. It's a good theme. I didn't actually look up who did it, but it's quite a memorable theme.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So we have a convenience store robbery where I'd buy that for $1 is on the TV screen.
I'd buy that for $1.
The TV as well, and the owners are watching it, but the guy is there and he's trying to rob them, and Robocop comes in, and this guy says, fuck me, about 8 times. I think.
I counted it. It's 8 times. He just says, just looking at him going, fuck me, shoots him. Fuck me, shoots him again. Fuck me.
I think the original script had just one, but the actor just went, and
fuck me.
Verhoeven just went, okay, I'm just going to keep it. Robocop bends his barrel and
throws him through the window, which was unnecessarily.
He does it again in a few scenes. But he throws him into a fridge.
Yes.
But he throws this... Anyway,
thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, thank you for your cooperation. We have the famous woman shooting the woman through the dress scene.
Yeah, it's a scene, all right. It's impactful. It's kind of unpleasant as well, though.
Yeah, it's your 80s scene where stuff like this happens quite regularly.
Yes.
But I'm only making connections between this and the Amstrad 464 game.
Yes.
Where there was a little reticle. But I think he might have went for a headshot that time.
On the game, I don't think the game went into as much questionable material.
Yeah, I think you had to aim for his head as he came out from behind for a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, he shoots him in the groin, and he says to the other guy,
Your move, creep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I didn't actually write that bit down, but I should have.
Yeah, and then the Robocop theme
scene.
plays again. Dun, 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 dun. So we do have the other hostage scene.
Oh, that's great.
Where it's kind of comical as well, though, because it's this guy called Miller, and he's got the mayor under hostage, and
I love his demands.
Yeah, Robocop's just going, keep him talking, and he goes up and
I want a coffee, I want a recount, and I want my old job back with more money.
with a
bigger
with a
office.
view, bigger office with a view, and a car, and this is a common trend throughout the movie is this
6,000
SUX.
SUX, yeah.
You want a 6,000 SUX? Then he goes a bit too far, and Miller goes, "You're just fucking with me."
Yeah. He's about to off somebody. The old mayor, the current mayor.
Yeah.
That's when the wall punch comes in, and it's stupid and fantastic at the same time.
That's great. I didn't like anything that happened in this movie. I didn't. There was never one time I went. Phew. I was just like, yeah, this is RoboCop.
Yeah, he's a big metal guy, punches holes in wall and grabs people, and throws them out windows.
Yeah. He so he sees them with heat sensor before
Thermograph.
that. Yeah, and I read, and if you watch it again, it's just dudes in body paint.
Yeah, it's way cheaper.
Which is cool.
Apparently.
Yeah, he didn't want to do that. Anyway,
It actually works. It works really well.
Yeah, it's fine. He does chuck him through the window, which is a bit overkill.
Yeah, he seems to
He
like
does
doing
like
that.
it though. Yeah, he does it later with
Clarence gets thrown through a few windows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Boddicker.
Good old Boddicker.
We do see another news piece here, and then we see a board game advertisement called
Nukem.
which is just another evolution of what board games were like. But this is perfect for this dystopian society.
Yeah, in 80s America, the big fear was nuclear war.
Yeah.
Especially with the Cold War still in its height. So, yeah, it's great. It's an extension of what they were feeling at the time, I guess, in America.
Yeah. Morton is now the OCP vice president. He's on the TV saying about Robocop, and he's talking shit about Dick Jones in the toilets, and Dick Jones is in the toilet.
That's a
with
mistake.
Very high doors. I hate America and the very high cubicle doors. They barely put anything on. It's like a saloon Western door
It
to
is.
put onto
But
cubicles.
then you can look over the top. There's like
And
2
the
foot at the
bottom.
bottom, and then on the door sides, there's also like 2 inches, so you can peek in. Who designed that crap, and who keeps sticking with that design? It's weird.
I'm so happy to be living in Europe where they will do mainly, and Netherlands is quite good for it because they'll actually really do like a concrete room for each cubicle, not just plywood with,
When
5 feet
I'm
of
doing my
clearance.
business in the bathroom, I don't want to be able to see people outside washing their hands because I can see them.
It's
God damn
nobody wants to be there.
No.
Nobody wants to be in a cubicle doing their business. Like if you had a choice, you'd be at home doing your business.
It's why I don't like toilet guys.
Like the IT crowd.
Yeah, I hate toilet guys.
You can't actually go to the toilet when somebody's staring at you.
Staring at your back while you're going for a whiz. No.
Well, when's the last time you had a toilet guy, though? I
That's a
haven't
long
had
time
one.
ago.
It's probably Ridley's nightclub. There was a toilet guy in there with aftershave.
I haven't been in a situation where there might be a toilet guy in a long time, let's be honest. Too old
Same.
and cranky.
Yeah. But anyway, that's our cubicle hatred. And this cubicle was ridiculous.
Yes. You could basically see the guys from outside past the guys' ankles as they're shit talking them.
Yeah, when they shit talking them, all the rest of the guys in the toilets are like going, "Let's get the fuck out of here before Dick Jones."
And I
comes
love
out."
his friend sort of cops it and he's like, "Ooh," and wets himself as he's running out the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great.
So
Dick
basically,
Jones is such a scary mofo in this. It's great.
Morton is dead in this. After he talks to Dick Jones, Morton's
Oh, yeah.
not going to live for much longer.
And he doesn't.
He doesn't. Robocop has a nightmare. He dreams of his past self and how he dies and stuff like that. So it's kind of comical in a way. He makes weird movements like Frankenstein.
He gurns a bit as well, which I like.
He gurns a lot, and then he
It's
gurns
appropriate
a lot.
gurning though, unlike Metro City.
He's a cyborg. He's a cyborg robot, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with his gurning.
Yes.
So he runs out because he's like all over the place, and Lewis stops him and goes, "What's your name?"
Murphy. It's you.
It's you. He meets with ER guy Emil in the gas station, and he says another phrase
Dead
to
or
him.
alive, you're coming with me. I know you. You're dead. We killed you.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
I know you. You're dead. We killed you. We killed you.
Which
So that
kind of freaks out
freezes.
Murphy.
Yeah, he freezes himself there.
It's like, wait a second. I know you.
Yeah, but he does. He shoots the motorbike, but he doesn't really. He
But
captures.
this is
him.
after Emil blows up the petrol station around Robocop, which
Yeah,
doesn't
it's good.
faze him.
No, it's a good scene where we get a sort of far off shot, and it's a big firebomb, but you see a figure of Robocop in there.
I love it. He shoots him off the bike now, and he goes over and picks him up, and he screams in his face, "Who are you?
Who are you?"
He's actually showing emotion now, which I love. He's an angry robot.
He's an angry robot. Yeah. It's interesting then he goes back and interfaces with a computer and finds all the connections then.
I love his
he's good.
interface. His USB stick is
got
quite
a-
aggressive.
It's a USB Spike 2.0. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's not USB-C.
No, it's some precursor to it. Yeah, so he finds Clarence Brodecker. He finds the murder of Murphy, and there's a big deceased over his name as well. So it's like crazy strong message to him.
You're dead,
and to
buddy.
us. Yeah. He heads to Primrose Lane and goes to his house, and his family has moved out, and he has flashbacks to his past life.
Flashbacks, yeah.
So he
He's
quickly
getting
grabs.
angry and angrier and angrier as he walks through the house.
Yeah.
And
He
then
quickly.
there's a machine as he's walking out the door that says, "So, did you like the house?" I don't think he liked it.
Smashes it. So he quickly grabs one of the goons from the nightclub. This is the Twin Peaks
Mr.
dude.
Nash, yeah.
Yeah. And Norton gets visited by Boddicker when he's having a little bit of a white powder party.
He's having some coke and hookers.
Yeah.
It's celebrating his promotion, I guess. But celebration doesn't last very long.
Boddicker does say something really just direct when he comes in, which I don't want to repeat here, but it was like, "That's cold." Do you remember what he? Yeah.
Yes, I'm not saying it.
Leave. And it was just sort of like, wow, okay.
Yeah. It fits the character.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Boddicker shoots Norton. Morton? What the fuck?
Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby. Morton, I'm sorry.
Bobby
It's
Morton.
Morton. He shoots him a lot of times in the legs, basically.
Yeah, keeps him alive. And plays a
Then he-
DVD.
He plays a DVD of Dick Jones going, "Hey, you're probably
Yes.
on your knees begging."
You effed me over, didn't you?
Yeah, little shit. Nobody fucks with Dick.
Which is a great line.
I don't think he said that.
But it should have said that.
Should have said it. I love the way Boddicker just takes the grenade and just opens it with his mouth.
Yeah.
Puts
Or
it
his
there.
tongue. Yep.
Yeah.
Rips the pin out. Leaves
Puts
it
it
on the
there on the
table and
table.
danders off.
Cheerio. And we have another explosion. Right after the gas station, we have this house.
Plenty of explosions in this movie, which I don't complain about.
Yeah. They have the big next action piece, which is the cocaine dealer's warehouse. Yeah. Again, Boddicker is great in this scene because he's meeting with the cocaine thing,
Guns
and
everywhere, pointing in his
guns
face.
everywhere. He goes,
And he's-
"Ooh, guns, guns, guns!"
I can
so
imagine he
fun.
enjoyed making this movie. He's such great lines in it.
It's sort of like a Tarantino-esque thing that would be said by a character. Ooh, kind of like Hans Landa, probably sort of, "Ooh, that's a bingo."
Yeah,
Ooh,
you can see the
guns,
character
Guns.
uh, with these lines is enjoying himself during the process of delivering them. I'd be enjoying that.
So this is one of the biggest shootouts in the movie. Basically, Robocop just walks in and just
he knocks on the door very violently. Yeah.
let me in.
Door comes down. And
Hired goons. Goons.
It's reticle time.
It's reticle time. Yeah, he's got his aim in now, not later.
I love it. It's just the reticle goes bang, bang, bang. Then he starts doing all this fancy stuff like sideways shooting stuff.
Yeah, it's
fantastic.
Typical 80s action
Ridiculous,
shot where everything looks cool. And I like the way the cocaine boss gets killed by his second in command, because he gets shot and he just fires the gun into him.
Very 80s, and he goes flying backwards like he's been hit by a rocket.
Yeah. Boddicker tries to jump on top of a roof and just falls through it. It's like, idiot.
It's great. It's great. It's just so many pew-pews in this whole scene. It's just violence, but it's almost comic violence.
Yeah, but there's no humor in it, but it's very entertaining. And he reads him his rights as he throws him through 3 windows.
In fairness, he's kind of angry.
He knows Boddicker killed him.
Yeah, he's the guy who shot him in the face, so he's a little bit annoyed. And
then
Boddicker
he
reminds him, though, you're a cop. Just as he's squeezing his neck, and he goes, yes, you're right, I am a cop.
I am a cop. I'll be back.
Takes him home to the cop shop, not to his
Well, this is before he does. Boddicker spills the beans on Dick Jones. I work for Dick Jones.
That's right, yeah. Record mode initiated.
Yeah. What did you say? Say that again? Sorry, I'll just take out my microphone from my little apparatus here. Yeah. Inspector Gadget. Go, Gadget.
Go, Gadget. Recording device.
Say that again. So Boddicker, it's interesting that he's a very strong character, but in the face of being nearly killed, he gives up everybody.
Fair enough.
Gives up Dick Jones.
There's a big robot that's going to stamp on your face.
Snap your trachea. Yeah, he drags him into the cop shop, and the sergeant goes, "What's he in for?"
He's
a cop killer. And he has one phone call, and of course he phones Dick Jones.
Dick Jones. Yeah.
So Robocop goes to visit Dick Jones.
But Dick Jones has got a sat-nav.
He does.
And he knows where Mr.
a big
Robocop
red light.
Is. Yeah. Oh dear. He seems to be outside the door. He opens the door for him, in fairness.
Come on in, officer. What can I do you for? Because he knows Directive 4 is in action. And what is Directive 4?
Completely safe. You cannot arrest an OCP senior officer. Junior officers, knock yourself out.
Yeah, go ahead. It's fine. Yeah, so he does a bit of... he's shutting down. And he's like doing he's doing a robot dance, really. The robot. And it does look like comical.
It's great.
Probably was, yeah. Nobody did the robot before Robocop.
Yeah, that's where he opens the door. I think it was the same door. It wasn't in the... No, it's not in the same room, though. But he has a door with a Ed 209 behind it.
Hello.
It's Ed again. How are you, Ed?
Here's Eddie.
Yeah, he's got big guns.
He does.
So Al Murphy / Robocop, he kind of does a legger because, well... Yeah, he kind of gets the crap shot out of him a little bit, but he's made of metal mostly, so he's kind of okay. And he does manage to get Ed to shoot one of his hands off, which is kind of funny.
That's right. Yeah, he kind of... Doesn't he direct his gun hand into his other hand or something?
He yanks it over at Ed's second hand and blows it
But
off.
Ed is like firing rockets and everything as well.
Oh, yeah. But
he's got everything.
Getting ninja moves past him.
Yeah. Robocop has a damage, and you can see his actual human eye underneath his
great,
eyes.
actually.
Well,
I love that little piece. You can just see
scene.
Almost... You can kind of see like fear coming out because
yes,
big ass robot's about to stamp on his face.
There was a non-funny thing that I laughed at when Dick Jones, all this shit's going down. He picks up the phone and goes, "There's trouble in the tower." I just felt like airplane.
No, that is funny.
To the tower, Rapunzel. Yeah, that was funny.
Fantastic.
But Ed 209 has one big flaw in his design.
Yeah, he skipped leg day. he can't go up or down stairs, apparently. Which is a slight problem for orbiting pacification, which is his primary design.
Right? He can only work in places with elevators.
Yeah. So yeah, Robo
Come down and fight me.
legs it down the stairs, and Ed lands on his ass. I like the way he's not sure, so he's doing this with his foot on the stairs, and then he puts his foot down, and down he goes. Piggy
Like a
noise
cat.
time.
Yeah, like pig, like stuck pig, and like a cockroach on his back, just flailing his legs. And
It's great. It's great.
interesting though, isn't it? Like later on, when he actually meets him again, the only thing that's left are his legs. Very nice contradiction.
Yeah, inverse symmetry of it.
Correct. When Robocop, so I don't know, maybe I'm dumb. Why are all the Dick Jones calls there's trouble in the tower, and then when Robocop gets down to the basement, all the cops are just pointing guns at him.
Well, that's because OCP now runs the cops,
I guess.
and the cops are like, "No, you can't kill him. He's one of us." But the SWAT lads, who clearly are on a slightly different team, just start shooting at him.
Yeah. Lewis saves the day anyway, so it's all good. So they head to the steelworks. We cut to a 6,000 sucks ad with a dinosaur for some strange reason, and then news item about weird space lasers backfiring and presidents getting killed. It's just that little quirk of how stupid the world is.
3 ex-presidents died today.
In a space laser.
Fantastic.
And then we just have a background of OCP and the police strike updates and stuff like that. And it's just a little bit, I think 3 times news comes in and just gives you a little taster of the world going to shit, but just in a way that's stupid enough to be sort of...
It's kind of lighthearted and super depressing at the same time.
Yeah, it's sort of enveloping this entire little story that's happening in Detroit, or old Detroit.
It's a great way of setting the background scene. Like, it really is. It's a nice little depressing flavor, a slice of what the outside is like, outside the story, how the world is developing.
Bollicker goes to visit Dick and says, and the secretary is actually the actor's real wife, I read.
Bollicker, or...
Kurthwood Smith's.
Is
Kurthwood
it?
Smith's wife is the secretary.
That's brilliant.
So they chat and said, let's kill Robocop. You got any guns? Yeah, we are the military.
Guns, military weapons. We practically are the military.
Exactly. Robocop and Lewis are shacked up. He takes off his helmet, and he looks in the mirror, and he looks a bit like Games Master, doesn't he? You think?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Although he doesn't look at the night sky.
Yeah, exactly. How can you help me to last level of Sonic the Hedgehog? Stupid boy.
Oh, yes. I don't
kind of
think
look like a big
viewers will know that reference.
No. Maybe some Irish people growing up in the 90s will know it. Kind of look a bit like Max Headroom and Games Master all in one.
I genuinely like the effects, though. As practical effects go, it doesn't look cheap. It doesn't look stupid. It's well done.
Yeah, it's good. And he's quite emotional. He's kind of like, I feel my family, but I don't remember them. Yeah. So we get a bit of context there. Like he's a cyborg. He knows he has a past, but he can't remember anything.
He knows. He can feel. Yeah, he said he can feel his family, but I cannot remember them. And that's one of the reasons he's so bloody angry. He knows something's been ripped away, and he's like, "Well, that's not fair."
Yeah.
It's really good to see you again, Murphy.
Murphy had a wife and son. What happened to them?
Well, after the funeral, she moved away.
Where did they go?
She thought you were dead. She started over again.
I can feel them. But I can't remember them.
We get to see I'd buy that for $1 one more time because Emil is watching it on the street. He smashes a window to actually watch that stupid TV.
Yeah, everybody's gone mad looting because the cops are striking.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah. So then Boddicker comes with some Cobra assault cannons and their big guns. Boomsticks, as you might call them.
Huge boomsticks. They're basic, as you say, they're cannons. They're not guns.
They're
anti-tank
blast
weaponry.
cannons. Yeah, so they try them out on a lot of stuff. We cut back to the steelworks, and Lewis's pillow does not look comfortable.
It's like a blanket or a towel on a lump of metal rebar for some reason.
Yes. Oh, that looks comfortable. Let me put a thin fabric on top of these
On some
rebar
steel. Just in case you
poles.
didn't notice at the steelworks. Here's me sleeping on some steel.
Yeah. So, Robocop's or Murphy's aim is off, so he needs some help focusing on the baby food that he doesn't want to admit that he can only eat.
So she readjusts his aim by helping him aim at the food.
Yeah.
So the
And then the
reticle
lads
just
come.
moves over a little bit. There you go. Boop.
Yeah. The lads come and we get a bunch of action sequences. I think the best one is Emil crashing into the toxic waste. That's perfect. That's really good. His
And then the
effects.
car crashing into him.
He just explodes.
It's fantastic.
No, I love the way he runs into Twin Peaks man first and he's like, what the
Help
fuck?
me. Get away. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
The correct response.
Yeah. And Twin Peaks guy goes up to Boddicker shoots Lewis from afar. Then Robocop comes out to meet Boddicker, and Twin Peaks guy goes into this little crane thing and dumps a load of shit on top of Robocop. Yeah.
Quite effective.
Quite effective. And then kind of reminded me.
He gets melted though by Lewis. She picks up the big pew pew gun and blows up the crane he's in.
Yeah, that's good. It was very quick, fast paced action sequence. Also, so he obviously Boddicker then goes towards Robocop because he's pinned under rubbish
with a big
trash.
lump of metal, starts whacking him with it.
Kind of like the end of Catwoman.
Only good.
Only a lot better.
Yes. This is it's a harsh comparison to say this is like Catwoman.
Interesting that Boddicker says sayonara Robocop. It's like, oh yeah, let's throw in something that might work here, like Hasta la Vista Baby or something.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Throw it a bit of Japanese. Yeah, it's out of the blue.
It actually doesn't fit Clarence's character.
No, he's better. He's better than that.
He is.
But then Robocop sticks him with a USB 1.0 spike.
Yeah, and I don't think Clarence is compatible with that version of USB.
Backwards compatible. Yeah.
Yeah, he's super dead because like 6-inch spikes got into his cranium.
It's unfortunate for him that he didn't put it upside down like you usually do with a USB port, you know.
That would have fit, yeah. Which way is it? It's not USB-C, is it? No.
Yeah.
It's a big fucking spike.
Yeah. Lewis is in bits. And,
yes.
Murphy says, they'll fix you. They fix everything.
Yeah. Which I don't agree with the sentiment.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Like, why? You don't want to be fixed.
Not by OCP, you don't.
No, you don't want to be Robocop. Female version.
No.
So he heads to the
OCP,
baby. Headquarters, and Ed 209 is waiting downstairs.
20 seconds to move your vehicle. Boom.
No dice, Chicago.
Ain't moving my goddamn vehicle. I've parked here and I'm staying here.
I think it takes 3 shots of the boomstick.
Yeah, it does the job though. But then, as you said, it's just the legs with a couple of
legs left.
Toe twitches, which I love.
I love the way that it panned over and the legs come into view and we think, oh shit, it might be still got a bit of life in it. No, there's nothing above the legs.
No, it's just a couple of legs with twitchy toes.
Yeah, kind of remind me of like AT-AT in Star Wars. I think that happened, right? That there was just a pair of legs at some.
I believe that's true. Yeah, but this is got a lot more campy comedy to it, and I feel like it's intentional.
Yeah.
I assume it's intentional because I found it incredibly funny.
Yeah, it was good. Well, there's a boardroom presentation, and Robocop barges in and goes, "Dick Jones, you're under arrest." And shows everybody the DVD that he...
he gets his USB stick out again.
He gets USB again.
Shows a video of Dick Jones saying that he got Bobby Morton killed because he knew too much or he annoyed him or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's great.
So
he grabs the old man and says, okay, I want a helicopter and blah, 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 blah. The old man's not stupid.
We see the POV from Robocop here with Directive 4 flashing in the bottom left.
Yeah, so you can't touch him.
Yeah.
And then the old man goes, Dick, you're fired.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. And he gets melted. Again, I'm not sure that's the correct procedure when arresting somebody.
No, it's a bit bit of overkill, but that's the entire movie.
Yes.
What did you think of the falling out of window shot?
Kind of, his arms seem to extend.
Why was his arm so long?
I don't know. I think they really effed up on the effects here, and I love it. It's so crap. Yeah, it starts off really bad, but then it gets kind of normal as he falls further down.
Well, he gets to be a little dot, so we don't see the bad.
His 12-foot
anatomy.
arms are a bit weird.
It's so bizarre.
I don't think it's intentional. I think I'm not sure what they did there.
No, maybe they ran out of budget or something.
And this is the scene where Johnson in the background watches on.
Yes,
with a big grin in his face going, yeah. Have that, you fecker. Nice shooting, son. What's your name? Murphy. Smile.
Boom.
The end.
Yeah, it's a very quick ending.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name? Murphy.
Yeah, no waiting around, no exposition.
I was happy with that, actually. I was happy with that ending.
A movie like this doesn't deserve exposition. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I think just it's explosions, it's a bit of satire, but there's not a lot of talking needs to happen in this movie to explain what's happening. It's a big robot man killing bad guys.
That's right. So what are you giving plot then?
I love the plot in this. If you look at it very simply, it is exactly as I described it, a big robot man killing bad guys. But there is what we talked about earlier. Like there's the sensationalism, there's the horrible consumer culture, there's the desensitization to violence, which is very obvious in this and what it's poking at. Then it's about corporate privatization of government bodies and how not great that is. It kind of reminds me a bit of Aliens in that respect. And then, there's a whole lot of shit going on here. And then it's the cop flick as well.
It's a cop flick, yeah.
So yeah, I give it 3.75.
3.75. I give it 3. I thought it was good. I do like the environment building. I think maybe could be a bit more done. I think everything, there's a bit of dystopian futuristic stuff, but then the police station is just normal. It's like, and then like in the changing room at the start, there's a little computer screen with a car graphic on it. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. What's that all about? I wanted maybe some more like retro futuristic stuff like that to happen.
I think that was kind of intentional that the cops had nothing. They had no technology. They just drove around and beat up old cars. And all they had basically was armor and standard guns.
Yeah, they didn't have any 6,000 SUXs.
No, or no, what the hell, the Cobra cannons.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm not a big fan of Peter Weller's acting, to be honest with you. And
really,
when he's Murphy.
Oh,
I don't give a shit of him. I don't give a shit about him as Robocop because Robocop's a robot. Yeah. So he can act like a robot. That's fine. But as Murphy, I don't think he was any good.
Yeah, either. But then that doesn't, to me, detract too much from the acting score in my head because that's not very long in this movie.
No, true.
He's Robocop 90% of the movie.
Yeah,
actually, enough to get killed.
True. You're swaying me here to up my grade a little bit because Boddicker is amazing. Dick Jones is amazing.
Yeah.
Morton's cool. Lewis,
Lewis kind of starts off promising a little bit when she's kicking the crap out of somebody, but doesn't stick with that persona.
No, and then at the end she just drives away in a car and then gets shot and then does the boomstick. So she doesn't really have much of a depth in the plot line. No,
I think she maybe is a decent actor, but she doesn't get a lot of meat to chew on, you know. The rest of the guys do.
All the goons are good. I like the goons.
The goons are amazing.
Yeah. So I'm giving 3. I had it at 2.75, but I'll do 3.
I have 3.25. Mainly because of Kurtwood Smith and Ronnie Cox.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. Yeah, they're always good in everything I've seen them in, but they're brilliant in this. Especially Clarence Boddicker. Fantastic.
Boddicker's great. Yeah, he's a great character. I'm giving the soundtrack 3 just because of the theme. And obviously the sound for the Ed 209 is cool too.
Yeah. Yeah, I give it 3.5. I love the soundtrack. I love the metal feel of everything. Not heavy metal, but everything's just big and chunky and explodey. It is what you want the sound to be in this movie. So lovely.
Yep. And production, I'll give 3.5 because there's a lot of good stuff in it. There's a lot of stop motion animation, the costume, the world building, the little retro technology stuff. I think it all comes together to form a nice little universe of crap.
The ads that are interspersed through, that is just so good. The world, as you say, world building in this is fantastic. And as you said as well, the suit is so believable, iconic. Even though it's made of plastic, I would imagine, or fiberglass.
Yeah.
It just looks so good. So I think the production of this is, I give it 3.5 as well. It's lovely. Ed 209. Oh.
I think I read that the actors who played Lewis showed up on the first day of set, and he was doing. Verhoeven was shooting the actual "I'd buy that for $1" scenes, and she was going, "What the fuck have I?
Am I in a porno?
Yeah,
what's going on?"
Yeah. So, but even those things were fun.
They were satirical, so it's okay.
Yeah. Dave Kerr in the Chicago Tribune gave it 50. He just said Paul Verhoeven's Robocop is a stylish piece of work that leaves a sour aftertaste. I don't really know what he means by that.
Well, I think it's supposed to leave a sour aftertaste, isn't it? Like it's a dark vision of the future from that point of view. So it should leave you with a sour aftertaste.
Yeah. Peter Bradshaw in The Guardian gave it 100. Robocop looks more than ever like Verhoeven's masterpiece, a classic of 80s Hollywood, and apart from everything else, a brilliant commentary on the city of Detroit. High-tech Robocop is a harbinger of the decline of the automotive industry and the ruin-porn wasteland to come.
Fair enough, yeah.
I did see Roger Ebert did say something here earlier. Yeah, he gave it 75. He said Robocop is a thriller with a difference.
Yes.
So there you go.
It was very lazy of him just to say that, but yeah.
Yeah. So shall we leave this episode at the top of a staircase?
I was thinking of plugging my USB into it.
Into the jugular.
Into the jugular, episode.
Yeah. Okay, so we're giving ourselves a little treat at the start of our second century of episodes. This one was a pick from Andrew. We're going to pick one from Rob's top 10 lists, and we will roll for that right now. And we are getting number 5 on his list, which is Paths of Glory, Stanley Kubrick from...
Very good. I haven't seen that yet.
1957. I don't believe I watched it either. Very short summary in Metacritic. When soldiers in World War I refuse to continue with an impossible attack, their superior officers decide to make an example of them. Directed by Stanley Kubrick. Metascore of 90. User score of 8.4. Runs for 1 hour and 28 minutes.
I suspect it's not a comedy.
Don't think so. Kirk Douglas is leading the charge with this. So that'll be cool.
Very good. Looking forward to seeing that one.
Always like to see a Kubrick thing, and maybe this is his first one, right? So this is...
Yeah, I've seen a few, obviously. I haven't seen this. Dr. No is still my favourite of his. Not Dr. No, Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah. I think this was his... second movie, maybe. He did The Killing before this. After Path of Glory, he did Spartacus, then Lolita, then Doctor Strangelove, then 2001, Clockwork Orange, Barry Lyndon, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket. The Shining. Interesting, like Full Metal Jacket was 87, and then he didn't do anything until Eyes Wide Shut in 99.
Really? Wow, he took a super big break.
Super big break, yeah. Anyway, that should be good, and we'll go back to normal proceedings for the next episode following Paths of Glory to delve into the randomness of
into the depths of 15,000.
Yes, indeed. Okay, and so we will see you on episode 102. Please share and comment, and if you want to submit your 10 movies to us, our email address is in the description below. Bye-bye.
Ciao.